Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the Curious Expedition. Let's see if we can maybe do a slightly better job this time. I think we really do have a pretty strong starting condition here. The cook is one of my favorite crew members, and strong mind is a great trait. I just need to be better prepared for how dangerous the Arctic is. Alright, so where are we going to start with? Drylands or a straight... Oh, that's a jungle. I was expecting it to be a desert. I guess the flag being green means it's jungle. Let's go to the drylands. I find that these are not quite as painful as the jungle. Alright, we gotta deliver a nun again. That's fine. We can do that. It may work out that this time we're able to get free sanity off of leveling the nun up once before dropping her off the way we did before, which I think is something I'd be happy to do, although actually it looks like we're right at the village this time. Alright, well let's get a little vision, shall we? Looks like this cave must only be accessible from the southwest. Well, we're not going to be able to do anything cheesy here. Let's just go ahead and drop her off. The village is a scout village. That's good for us. Let's recruit and try to bring home a scout and actually keep them on this time. Alright, and what do you guys have? You guys have some jewels, some voodoo dolls, torches. We know there's a cave or a waterfall. Sometimes a mountain question mark is a waterfall. Usually they're caves, though. So, like before, we can trade them our shovels. And like this straight up is a pretty great trade, I think. We might want to turn some of these machetes into animal teeth, though, for maximum value carryover to other types of settlements. Actually, we should get some standing, because we're probably going to want to stay here a couple of times, right? Like, I would even like to get 3 stays in, so if we could get to standing 6, that would be great. How many machetes would that be? It takes exactly all of our machetes to get all of our sanity back. I think it's probably worth it, honestly. Running out of sanity is the worst. Alright, so let's rest. The people of the tribe were celebrating the maturation of one of the boys. He looked quite grown already. He had to excel at complex dancing. They tried to tease me into participating in the ritual to prove my worth. This would be cool to win at. So what is our chance of success here is like 40... Or sorry, our chance of not succeeding is like 45%, right? Because it's 2/3 times 2/3. Yeah, let's go for it. Oh, 2 left feet. Well, I had failed miserably and had to endure their laughter for the rest of the night. That cuts a rest off of us, probably. Then the natives just shared their food with us. Well, I mean, we could rest again. I'm gonna risk it. Do European men have multiple wives? Sure. He nodded, but I do not know whether this answer satisfied him. I don't know. Maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't. Okay, so they're gonna follow us. But maybe it's not a big deal. Unfortunately, I have no idea what we're looking at here. We can see green at the... I guess I was going to say maybe this is like the edges of forest house creeping in, but then we can see little bits of trees and stuff between mountains too. So no, that doesn't necessarily mean there's a path over here, unfortunately. Well, let's go this way. This will lead to us walking close enough to the mountain that we reveal what it is. Okay, it is a cave. Do I want to hit this cave on the way out, or do I want to try to hit it on the way back? Let's do it now. Oh, you know what? I'm not riding my donkey. I should be doing that. We could have saved a small amount of sanity doing that already. We lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We arrived at a small passage in one of the walls that seemed to lead into another part of the cave. I think we're going to send in our trader. He's the one that I will be least sad to lose, but I think we have a pretty good chance of getting this. We have a 75% chance of rolling I. Okay, got there. And what does he come back with? Wow! Okay, good work, dude. Like, really good work. I love free dynamite. How long am I being followed for? Okay. So if we interact with this thing while we're being followed, the natives will have some words with us. We might be able to convince them to back off because all you have to do is roll mind. But, you know, also maybe not. I'm going to go to the far side of the shrine before stopping, I think. So get the maximum possible reveal. So that's almost certainly a waterfall. Generally speaking, a mountain point of interest surrounded by water is a waterfall. There's also an elephant graveyard. This is looking fairly similar to our last adventure. A thick layer of sand seemed to surround the structure. That's actually totally fine. Look who brought water. Who doesn't look like a huge idiot now? A drastic climate shift ravaged the region, and we were responsible. Okay, so the followed condition does not actually guarantee the Angry Villagers event, apparently. Alright, well, I guess let's go and rest. Oh, hey, look, panther. Well, let's attack the panther. Do I want to level anybody up beforehand? I don't think so. No, we can wait until after. It should not be very difficult for us to kill a panther. Here we've rolled the dice needed for the special shot, as long as we can actually find gun. I'd like to try to roll kick, so let's try to get a man here. Alright, gun is good, and show me man. Okay. Well, that's a little disappointing. So give him the alternating beam, and the hoof, and then I'm going to use one of our bullets to throw sword. I was going for kick in case we didn't roll the gun, but after I rolled the gun, I should have, like, reconfigured my plan. So if we dismount, we're only one slot overburdened. And then we can do this. We level you up, and then we cook and eat this meat. No, never mind. I was going to say we can do this, level her up, cook and eat the meat, and that'll get us above 30 sanity, but it actually won't. We'll only be at plus, we'll be at 29. And if we could rest at over 30 sanity, that's better, because the event pool is better if you're above 30. We could drop a machete. I kind of don't want to drop the water. I think the water's actually going to be useful. Would I rather have a machete or 2 bullets? The bullets certainly have a higher trade value. Or the torch? No, it's the machete. It's definitely the machete. Alright, we're just going to rest here. We decided it would be a good idea to stay here to recuperate. There was an unnatural quietness to the night as we sat and stared into the fire. It took but a second to discover the reason why Dadabai Manekshaw woke me up in the middle of the night, panic in his face. A bug had burrowed itself deep into his ear. He remained stoically calm while I removed the creature with a pair of tweezers. The bleeding was easily taken care of, but the critter's poison did lasting damage to his oral capabilities. He was not amused at all, but I was certain his hearing would eventually recover. That's a gross and upsetting event. Combat rolls -1. What does that mean? Does that mean he gets 1 less die, or... Oh no, it means we get one less reroll, probably. Or maybe just his dice get 1 less reroll. It's interesting. It's a new one. Kijuyelu and Dadabai instigated an argument about who the better climber was. They wanted to settle their dispute by seeing who could climb one of the jungle trees the quickest. Well, this is unlikely to work. If it fails, one of them could become injured, and we don't have any medical supplies, so I'm going to stop them, but I think they're going to both lose loyalty. Yeah. They said something about me being too strict, but I would rather have them angry at me than risk a serious injury. I think that's a perfectly reasonable move there. Okay, part of the beauty of this event, by the way, is that it flattens things out a little bit. Alright, we're going to rest one more time. Kijuyelu had been scouting the area. As she returned, she told us that she had been here before and helped us improve our map. Yes, scouts are great. One of the many, many things scouts do. And Anne Lore... Really? Okay. Alexandra muttered something, flashing a cold gaze towards the native. Is she racist? Ah, she is. Okay, well, we'll have to see if we can get that cured. So you can see the scout can sometimes just, like, reveal stuff on your map when you have to stop for a night. It's fantastic. I love scouts. Alright, so we'll hit this, and then we'll swing past that point of interest on the way back to the ship. And on the whole, this has gone pretty well. We ended up with 2 jewels. If this is still an elephant graveyard, we might get a tusk as well, so our funding is going to be fantastic. And we're probably not going to get back first. Well, 26 days. What do I expect this to take? 23 days if we take sort of a circuitous route. Littered with the remains of long dead elephants. Free tusk. Awesome. At this point, we may as well cook and eat the meat. How much? This is going to cost 70, so I need to eat 1 chocolate. And then we get out of here. Look at that. That is a pretty good first expedition. That's just a stone circle. We could go and explore it to get we could go and reveal it to get an exploration point, which would allow us to level somebody up once, and that might have been the right thing to do, but also I love getting out of here in first place. And even a small detour probably would have prevented that from happening. Alright, let's see if we can convince our scout to stay with us this time. We did it. Excellent. This is a good crew. I might trade out the trader for somebody particularly compelling, but honestly, I like traders. This might just be a great crew. Alright, +2 inventory slots. Survive a little longer when all alone. This does not come up all that often, although it did come up yesterday. Or get a free green die. A free green die would allow us to sometimes roll Ripper Leap. Oh no, actually, we have a green die from the cook and a green die from the scout, so we have access to Ripper Leap already. I think I'm going to take +2 inventory slots. That's a good, strong perk that's useful in all situations. Can we... Nope, I can't click to accelerate this. Alright, well, sell. We're going to be at 120 after this. We'll sell the Panther Pelt too, so I think we can afford to gift both of these. Sell, keep these for trade, and sell puts us on 140 with a 60-point lead on our competition. This is not bad. Not a bad start at all. Alright, we know the Arctic is dangerous, but it's also so very mysterious. You can tell because it says it right there on the screen. We have a scout this time, and we're a little bit better prepared. Every time we go, we're a little bit better prepared for what we'll find. So let's do it. A one-eyed hunter politely asked for my attention. He'd heard about my trek and regaled me so about a ravenous hyena called Snarfrattle. There are a lot of hyenas in the Arctic? I mean, I accept, but that seems strange to me. Alright, so we have access to a missionary, an artist, or a diplomat. I think James Sterling is strictly better than a Parsi trader. I think he's just a Parsi trader who has 2 extra HP. So I guess we'll take him. Feels a little heartless. Alright. So, you know, feels a little bit heartless to be like, yeah, you know, you're not coming with us anymore. We found this guy and he's just like you, but slightly larger. Alright, definitely want to bring some medical supplies. We need food. You can't not buy a bunch of these food cans. Chocolate would have been nice. It would have been nice to have it all compressed into one space. So we buy a bunch of the food cans. We don't really need to buy torches. 1 torch is probably going to be enough. I would love a telescope. Sometimes has a chance of revealing extra points of interest, I think. Based on the description there. But I think we gotta bring like a lot of... We ran out of sanity. A couple of times now. I'd really like to not have that happen in the future. That's not terrible. You know what? It's probably worth it to bring more snowshoes. The amount of sanity we save using snowshoes is probably worth the 2 food cans. Alright. The other thing we could do is only take 90 funds worth of gear and do a pack upgrade to our animal. But this feels pretty safe to me. Let's be safe. Because I don't want to freeze to death again. Wouldn't it be cool if we didn't freeze to death? Alright, there's not really any reason for us to bring water, but at the same time, there's not a lot of reason not to. Alright, mount up. It looks like it must have remembered our exploration point progress. I thought that the, you saved the number of points, but I thought that the progress of the star reset after every expedition, but it looks like it must not. Because we revealed 2 things, and it took us to 1 point and then up part of another. So do we want to just go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and upgrade our scout now. Vision range seems very, very important in the Arctic. Every little bit helps. Okay, let's see what this is. This could be the village, and I hope it is. I would love to find the village early so that we don't have to worry too much about standing loss. It is not. It's some kind of abandoned camp. Well, let's see. Animal tracks. As long as we don't run into a walrus, I'm actually pretty happy about finding animals. Free binoculars? That's all. This is a great haul. Alright, we had attracted some inquisitive wildlife. It's just wolves. We'll fight some snow wolves. We have the dynamite, remember, so we can just dynamite. I think I'm just going to dynamite our way out of this problem. Well, they only have 8 health each. Hold on. So we could get 7 damage out of this. We do have some bullets as well. Trying to think. If we roll the gun combo plus a single bullet, that'll kill 1 wolf. And then we can kill the other wolf with a combination of kick plus hoof plus... No, we can't. We can't kill them both in the first turn without using dynamite. Alright, let's use dynamite then. Alright, so what are we looking for? We're looking for hoof, obviously. Kick would be great. We can use up to 3 bullets in a single round, so we can use that to play clean up here. Alright, hoof is good. Hoof is a kill. And then I'm going to save both of these, because with these, if this comes up man, we can combine it with the hand for kick, and if it comes up sword, we can combine it with the shield. Alright, yeah, as long as it didn't come up blank, we had the win. Alright, good stuff. Alright, and that took us -1 standing, but it only takes us down to 0, because remember, we have a native, so we get +1 starting standing now. Which way do I want to go first? Well, I'm a little bummed about these things being... So, like, the pyramid is probably over here, right? It's usually fairly far from the boat. Not always, but usually. I have had it appear remarkably close on occasion. So if it's over here, then our optimal paths are either, like, up and to the right, or right and then up, so that we reveal as much map as possible, and then we follow the other path back. The problem with the station placement is that puts these stations roughly the same distance along either path, right? It takes us from halfway through one of the paths to halfway through the other, which doesn't actually aid us that much in moving around. So I guess we just pick a direction and go in that direction. And I think the direction we pick is going to be this way, because this way we get the most vision. So let's eat some of the chocolate. Let's eat just enough chocolate to be able to stop on this plateau. We need 1 more. Alright, this will let us interact with the thing here and also get a significant amount of vision. That's interesting. A point of interest that is actually on an ice, a pack ice. Alright, do I want to eat cans of... Yeah, let's eat a couple food cans now while the crew will actually eat them. When the pale man came out of the station, the sled dogs outside went quiet. For some queer reason, he asked me about tickets. We walked past a room filled with blankets. An arm was sticking out of one of them. It was badly burnt. I heard him mumble about a strange object he found in the ice. There are an awful lot of stories about people in the Arctic going crazy, so I'm not sure exactly what story is being referenced here. I know that they do find a strange object in the ice in At the Mountains of Madness. But the dogs behaving strangely kind of makes me think of The Thing as well. Anyway, let's stop talking about that and start focusing, shall we? This guy has a huge amount of chocolate available. Does he overvalue food cans? I was hoping he might. That seems to make sense. Preserved food in the Arctic. I bet a real-life Arctic research station would love to have some food cans. So, what do we want? We want tickets. We'd like to stay here 3 times, and I could just go for 3 tickets. Or we could go for 7 tickets, which is significantly more price efficient, and figure that we'll just find a use for the others. I mean, we're probably going to want to stay at one of the stations on the way back, too. So that seems pretty sensible. We're definitely going to haggle, obviously. What can we trade to him? We could trade to him a torch. We're getting a little bit low on inventory space. We can trade him these animal teeth to get more useful stuff, like a lot of extra chocolate. We could take medical supplies, too, but this is a pretty good deal. Yeah, let's do this. This doesn't leave us with any extra inventory slots, though. Should we trade him, our bullets? Bullets aren't great. We're sort of the best crew for a bullet. Bullets are best when you have a lot of spare blue dice that don't combo well with your other dice, because, bullet plus I is one of the better combos. Man. I really just want to get some inventory space freed up, so let's do this. Or actually, we could trade for some medicine and some snowshoes. How about that? That looks like a pretty good trade to me. Deal. The man had a surprisingly good sense for business. So let's rest a couple of times. We don't want to use the storage room, right? I don't think I want to get rid of the only thing I might put in the storage room is the wolf pelts, and I don't think we want to get rid of these just yet. We may need them for trading. So let's rest. The pale man kept watching me in my sleep. He can do what he wants. It's his station. In the morning, the man looked as if he had aged by 10 years. Oh, and he was chanting beside my bed all night. Fantastic. I dreamt a sleeper awakened from the ice sarcophagus, but otherwise it was an uneventful night. Yeah, let's just go ahead and rest, even though it's not perfectly efficient. We're losing a little bit of sanity. The whole night I heard something scratch and scrape at the door. It's probably just a dog. Probably just a dog. This is for sure a different guy. Alright, let's leave. I don't like it here. The pyramid could be up here. This is pretty far away from the ship. I'm thinking that it's not over here, based on the what we can see of the shape of the landmass. But we gotta check this out, right? I'm very curious what could be out here on the pack ice. Oh, a shipwreck. That makes sense. The Black Rock. Let's search the area. What do we find? Torches and dynamite. Fantastic. I especially love it when we find good loot that doesn't take up any new inventory slots. I don't think I'm going to spend my level up point. I know that diplomats get a second combat die, I think at level 3. I don't remember if scouts do. I don't think cooks do, but that's fine. I mean, you level up a cook for the sanity. Okay, it's just 2 wolves. So I think the play we made last time was right. So let's just do it again. We found more dynamite, so why not? I love dynamite with characters who have blue dice. It is not this effective with everybody. Don't get too used to this. But characters who have good blue dice can really take advantage of it. Alright, what do I think the odds are that there's another point of interest even further north? We do need to still find Snarfrattle. Not finding Snarfrattle at all will actually be a fame penalty. It's a small penalty. So maybe we should try to get to the high ground again? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go up here. I'm hoping to be able to level up our cook again before we have to cook any of this meat. That's the pyramid, right? We've got some experience with how things work in the Arctic now. That's definitely the pyramid, so we get that, and then we'll just, like, sweep down around here. Our Snarfrattle must be over here. It's the only place that's left, so... This would cost us 46 travel. Okay, so we'll just eat 2 chocolate. We'll move to here. Unfortunately, we have to climb down off of the plateau and then back up. It's a little bit inconvenient. Have we fought polar bears? Do I know the stats of polar bears? Well, if we fought polar bears before, I don't remember what their stats were. Let's eat some beans. And then fight this polar bear. So you have one very good die, but it's just one. So we can possibly score a headbutt, although we didn't roll either of the dice we would need for a headbutt. We really need our... Oh no, this is right. We just need mind to come up. So what else are we trying to get then? If we're looking for headbutt, we could be going for Ripper Leap as well. So like save one of these, try to roll mind. We definitely keep the hoof. And then like shield plus gun. So we're just looking for gun and mines. Oh man, okay. Well, we found... What am I thinking? The hand doesn't work if we save this as shield because we can't score Ripper Leap. Well, in any case, we got the headbutt, so we don't take any damage this turn. Then we get to kick him. And then, I'm not going to waste dynamite. We can hold this dude off all day. So there's no point in spending any of these dice. They don't do anything. Okay, here's mind. I'm a little worried. Do I want to go for the Ripper Leap, or do I want to just play gun combo? The Ripper Leap's pretty unlikely. I'm going to save mind. Save gun, obviously. We're just going to be helpful. So we really want to roll man here. Okay, we got there on that. Ripper Leap not forthcoming. The donkey's doing fine work, though. And then defensive beam does a fair amount more damage without doing actually more damage to us. Okay, rolled the headbutt straight off. Alright, we're having a lot of trouble rolling meaningful stuff on our green dice. Again, headbutt, right up. Okay, so now he's down to 6 health. Oh, it might happen. It did. We finally got there. I have no idea what Ripper Leap actually... what our character actually does when we do a Ripper Leap. I imagine whatever it is terrifying to behold. Okay. Well, we probably don't need this water. I guess I also could have just dismounted. Alright, well this is a way better Arctic expedition than the one we went on yesterday. Alright, let's find out what this is, and hopefully get some kind of idea where Snarfrattle is. Let's go down, all the way down here. This will be both of our snowshoes. So on the downside, we're out of snowshoes. On the upside, we don't have to carry our snowshoes around anymore. There we go, Snarfrattle the hyena. Okay, so we'll be able to just skate right past the other research station. Now, this shrine... Rushing water, okay. Hold on. I have no idea how long we'll be followed by the rushing water. I'm wondering if we want to do this. It should be fine. It should be fine, let's get paid. Cool, 2 items. Alright, we dismount from the donkey to buy ourselves an inventory space. And then we really, really hope that, the water doesn't follow us for too long. So I need to see what this is. I hate to take one step. This would be 35. Let's cook a meat and eat it. Okay, so we could take kind of a roundabout path. Here's the thing. The rushing water effect that causes water to spring up from underground only follows you for a certain distance. So I'm thinking that we might want to take this sort of roundabout path towards Snarfrattle to try to burn off some of the follow time so that it doesn't eat the research station. Because I'm not sure if we rest while it's on top of us, I'm not sure if it will consume the ground under us or not. Also, I really wish that we had managed to level up our cook. We get so much more sanity out of this meat, but I think it's probably time to start eating the meat. Just because we're going to run out of time on that, and I don't want to consume a bunch of real food and then have a bunch of meat spoil at the end of the adventure. So we want to move to, here. I know this probably means we're going to have to blow that up to continue on, but we have 4 dynamite, it's fine. So what would this be? This would be 68 travel cost, and we have 50 sanity worth of meat right now, so let's eat also 1 food can. And we'll cook and eat all of the meat, allowing us to move to here safely. Plus, there's a chance this reveals an extra point of interest, right? It looks like it's not going to. Oh, I canceled travel a little too late. Well, we probably can't afford to go back for this now. Let's just go get Snarfrattle. He moved. If I didn't know better, I'd say he was actively fleeing us. Okay. Alright, and the water effect did run out. So good for us. Alright, we're going to get a lot of food from this one. We're definitely using dynamite. Kill off the follower hyenas and leaves him with 10 health. So how are we going to generate 10 damage? I don't think we can, right? We could get Ripper Leap is 6, then this is 7, and then shoot him with the gun is only 2, I think. Yeah, I don't think we can stop him from hitting us. And he's going to do a fair amount of damage. But we're close enough to the end of the adventure that we might not even have to use our medical supplies. Okay, so we'll do Ripper Leap plus Sword. Okay, we just have to find 1 point of damage on this coming turn. Okay, well at least he only damaged 2 people, so at most we have to use 2 medical supplies. That's not bad at all. I'd really like to not have to use my dynamite. That would be great. Sword, hand... Okay, so if this comes up or no, wait, what am I talking about? We only need to do 1 point of damage. He's going to bleed out from the Ripper Leap. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to eat all of the meat right away. That'll free up our inventory space. I don't think I want to go after this. How many days do we have left? 50? From here, it's like a 20-day walk. Going over here would add 9 days both ways. So we could. So it'd be 53 sanity to get over here. And then from here... 99 is a 54-point difference, but remember we also have to pay an additional 15 because we'd be starting travel for a second time. So we would spend 114 total sanity, an extra like 60, no, an extra like 70. It's a lot of extra sanity for something that might turn out to... Oh no, we know from the preview that there are 2 shrines though. This is almost certainly a shrine. I don't think we're going to risk it. I don't think we're going to... It's not even risky. I don't think we're going to expend the extra resources. This is a thing that we could go and get, though. Because we could expend a dynamite here. We could grab this after the station. Then take the pack ice, blow this up, and... Yeah, let's do that. Alright, I would like to trade with you. So what do we want? We don't want any more tickets. And we can buy a bunch more chocolate. Stockpile chocolate. Like trading animal teeth for chocolate straight up sounds really good to me. Alright, we can give them hyena pelts too. Hyena pelts mostly exist to be traded off. And for that, we can get another first aid kit. And then we gotta leave a little bit of value on the table unless we want to take like a snowshoe, but I don't really want to carry a snowshoe around. These have more value as funds than they do as trade right now. I'm trying to think, we're at 3 trade value right now. So if I had something that was worth 2 to him, I could get like a torch, but I don't. So I think we're just gonna have to leave this. Overall, though, pretty good trade, I think. Oh, chocolate only stacks to 20. That's fine. That doesn't really affect us. And I guess there's no reason not to use the storage room, right? Okay, and then we rest. You know, we might find some cool stuff. Ooh, out of the corner of my eye, I saw some thing scurry away in the shadows. I suppose I just dreamt it, but when I woke, I could remember the pale man looking down on me from the ceiling. Yeah, it's a disconcerting place. Let's just go ahead and use up all of our tickets. We traded for everything that's extremely valuable. Yeah, this was great, man. This worked out really, really well for us. So let's go see what this is and then head home. We'll get first place and everything will be great. Oh, it's just a stone circle surrounded by crystal forest. Okay. This is an infected wound. We will go ahead and we're not going to play around with that. I do not want to lose my scout. Alright, so this would be 13 travel days. Okay, there's no reason for us to use a dynamite. We have first place with no extra supply usage. We can preserve the dynamite. I need to have it to throw at like enemies and stuff. So, all right, pretty fantastic first 2 voyages actually. I think that this is a very promising start. This could very easily lead to a win. Right, let's see what we get for a choice of perks here. Reduce move cost when crossing hills. I assume this also refers to plateaus. Reduce movement cost in thick jungle, and double recruit chances in London every time you get 2 swings at it. I think that Jungle Explorer is not bad. I think we gotta take Jungle Explorer. You'll climb hills no matter what terrain type you're in, and jungle doesn't appear in the Arctic, and it appears only sparsely in deserts and stuff. But if you end up having to go to a jungle, this will save you so much sanity. Heavy jungle is so expensive. I think it's probably the right choice. Alright, so we are still ahead of our nearest competitor even before we turn in any of our loot. That is a very good sign. We have more than enough stuff to sell, right? These are worth 20 each, and that's worth 30. That's actually only 110 funds. So why don't we also... We'll also sell this. I'm going to gift this because it's worth 70 fame. Oh, we're going to get paid by the guy who wanted Snarfrattle's pelt, though. So actually, let's go ahead and gift this. We'll sell these. And then we will keep Snarfrattle's pelt and give it to that guy, and he'll give us probably somewhere between 70 and 150 funds, and we'll be all set for next time. So that's going to be it for right now. Come back next time. I think we're going to the jungle. And we'll see you then.